In 2018, my mum went into hospital. She went in on the 21st of May 2018 and she died on the 24th of May 2018. All of this, all these videos, everything is about that. It's all the hospital paperwork, which is just so dodgy. I've tried to report this to the police, to Devon and Cornwall Police, and to Dorset Police, and I've had letters back from them both, emails back, to say that the reason that they aren't going to do anything about it, and I'm not allowed to report it, is because the coroner made their decision and concluded that there was nothing to worry about in regards to my mum's death, and so that because it's gone through the coroner's office, I'm not allowed to report it anywhere else. So I am reporting it on YouTube, and I'm putting all of my full evidence on YouTube. It's all the hospital records with the altered dates. It's it's everything. It's all the hospital paperwork, basically. I'm not allowed to report any of these things, but the coroner has put these things through wrong, because I was there on the day that my mum was admitted to the hospital, and I wasn't there on the day that, and I was there on the day that my mum died, but I wasn't there on the day that the hospital and the death certificate say that my mum died. I was building a polytunnel an hour away from the hospital in Exeter. So all these videos, this is what this is about. This is about reporting to the police in perhaps a different place where, not Devon and Cornwall or Dorset, but perhaps, London, or perhaps somewhere where they'll perhaps take some notice. If you're a police officer, I've just got to say this out loud as well. If you're a police officer and you've got a mum and you care about your mum and you'd like to know what happened to my mum to prevent this from happening to your mum, in the future, if someone was going to do this, maybe you could have a look at it, because nobody is looking at it here. I have another thing to say. All the police that I've spoken to, the general police, the officers that work on the beat and all that sort of thing, are lovely people and they do their jobs very well. It's a shame that people higher up in perhaps Devon and the Cornwall Police stop them from doing their job. So, like I've put in my videos about all the hacking as well that's been done, and all my accounts being hacked and all this sort of thing. And again, I've reported these things to the police, and it's been I reported it to Action Fraud, who took it back to Devon and Cornwall Police, and Devon and Cornwall Police did nothing at all about it. And so for the officer that didn't do anything about it, I reported him. And for the coroner's office, I've reported them, because of the fact that nobody's doing anything. And it's not right or just or anything like that, that you shouldn't be able to get away with crimes. And if nobody investigates the crimes, then what's the point in having a police force? It just seems very strange to me that I'm not allowed to report the crimes. Anyway, because of these things, as I say, I've put all my evidence into all these videos which are in this playlist. And I do hope that you all watch them and see what you think, because to me it's an awful lot of altered paperwork on paperwork from years and years and years ago. It's quite bizarre. As I say, all the police officers in England, I think, do a fantastic job, and they help us out a lot in general life, But the trying to report a crime or crimes to the police, to Devon and Cornwall Police, just a waste of time, which is why I'm doing it on here. The other thing is that all the hospital staff, all the doctors and the nurses that take care of the general public, us, me, you lot, everyone, they do a fantastic job. All the doctors do, and all that sort of thing. I'm not having a go at the doctors who work in the hospital. I'm having a go at whoever reads the paperwork in the hospital and puts it through wrong. I wasn't there on the 10 days, the spare 10 days that my mum wasn't in hospital, and the paperwork says she was. The paperwork looks like it's written by 3 people. I wasn't there, my mum wasn't there. My mum was there for 4 days. Watch the videos. And a Merry Christmas, I guess. I'm sorry it's a bit of a morbidy type thing, but I'd like to know the truth. That's all I want to get, is the truth. So, Merry Christmas to one and all.